Hey everybody, it's Jeff the Zymologist coming back at you. I know it's been a while. I've been working on some new projects, a couple in particular I think you guys are going to be really excited about. I'm going to address that in a separate video. We're coming up on our anniversary. If those of you who remember, last year on St. Patrick's Day, we launched the Zymologist blog, and I'll have a yearly update sort of video along those lines when I can get around to it. So, coming at you with another review today. This is Jefferson's Reserve, very old Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Very small batch. And when they say very small batch, they mean it. Whenever I just here recently went down and toured the distillery, and you want to talk about a micro distillery. There was one girl that was working the front that took us on a tour, and to give you an example of their output volume, I think she said that Wild Turkey puts out about 2,000 barrels a week or something like that. Maybe it was 2,000 a day. I think it was more like 2,000 a week. Jefferson's puts out 2 barrels a week, just 2. They have 2 distillers out back working around, doing everything on the distillery, even repairs. There was some stuff that was duct taped together. That was interesting. But hey, it's just plumbing. You're just creating a seal. And their whiskey does not compromise. The only thing that I could complain about is that they do chill filter their whiskey. Now they said that is for aesthetic purposes, because whenever you have non-chill filtered whiskey sitting on the shelf for too long, you see all these oils coagulating. It looks like little bubbles of soluble fats or something like that. That's understandable. I prefer my whiskeys non-chill filtered because you have more of those oils to coat your tongue, gives you more flavor. If you add a little bit of water to the whiskey, you'll get a little bit more of that oil that opens up and coats your tongue. But that's just my personal preference. I know a lot of people that love chill filtered whiskey. So we're going to go ahead and check this out. As you can see, it is a beautiful amber color, almost an orange. To smell it, you get that vanilla, that oaky aroma that's typical of bourbon. Just a sweet vanilla, and yes, you do get some alcohol. I mean, this is 90.2 proof, so it's right in the sweet spot for me for bourbon. I like it around 90 proof. Let's give this a try. Okay, I get a lot of citrus, orange, a little bit of spice on the back end. And some of these whiskeys you get a little earthy tones. You get some vanilla from bourbons, and this one you get a little bit of that bourbon smoothness, but it's not so over vanilla-y that it draws it away. The alcohol lingers. It's a little warm on the tongue, and you can feel that Kentucky hug going all the way down. And the warmth is still in my mouth here. So you can tell that it's a little higher proof bourbon than your 80. It's not bad at all. After touring the facilities and picking up slack for those of you who are cake fans out there, after touring the distillery, I really got an appreciation of how truly small this distillery is. I mean, it is tiny, off of a little country road just northeast of Louisville off the interstate loop. If you haven't had any Jeffersons, because they haven't been around very long, I mean, this bottle is batch number 289, bottle 1181. So they have not been around that long, at least from the perspective of, given their output. I mean, they may have been around for several years, but they haven't made that many bottles of booze or bottles of whiskey. If I were you, these guys are a must try. All of the whiskeys I've had of theirs, Jefferson's Oceans, Jefferson Reserve, Jefferson Small Batch, have all been very solid whiskeys. So definitely give them a shot if you haven't already. This is, again, Jefferson's Reserve from the Great Bourbon region outside of Louisville. So cheers, Slanja, enjoy.